afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don back in here with you as we get set for the Vern Fest, which will take place tonight starting at 7 o'clock at Warren Sewell Field in Woodland, Alabama. It's going to be a great night for a great celebration of the life and accomplishments of Vern Gosdin, country music giant that was from the Woodland area and recorded so many hit songs back in the 60s, 70s, and even into the 80s. Had a fantastic country music run. We lost Vern several years ago, but yeah, his life is remembered and celebrated in Woodland, Alabama. This will be the 5th annual Vern Fest, and Little Texas will take the stage tonight, and they'll be on the stage around 8:30. Kevin Moon and Callie Knight will perform prior to that. Understand that God's Country will be on site. If not already, they'll be there shortly. They're going to be doing some broadcast, and we're going to try to simulcast some of that for you here on Dr. Don's Weather as well. We welcome those of you who are watching us this afternoon, who have been watching us throughout the day. Miss Iris King has joined us. She tells us she's watching in the chat room. We appreciate it. There's Miss Latricia Barber. Watching us down there in Roanoke. Hope all of you folks are still planning on going to the Vern Fest. I know it's threatened to rain all day long. We've had a couple of thunderstorms move through the Woodland area, but I honestly think that has helped us because all the rain has subsided in the Woodland area now, and yeah, just gorgeous weather taking place at the moment. That rain has cooled things off a little bit. It's lowered the relative humidity. It's made it a lot more bearable up there in the Newell area. Now, we do have some big thunderstorms out there, so I'm going to kind of zoom out and show you what's happening. A lot of shower and thunderstorm activity across the southeast. Big storms up around Atlanta and just north of Atlanta, and then it stretches back along the I-20 corridor. That's where we felt like the bulk of the rain would be today, and that's what we're getting into now. We're seeing a line of showers and thunderstorms start to populate that I-20 corridor, and that will continue moving off to the north. Now, as far as Woodland is concerned, and what we're going to be kind of watching real close over the next several hours is going to be this stuff that's blowing up down in the Montgomery area and then back up across Coosa and central and southern Tallapoosa down there in southern Clay. And we have a few storms beginning to form now right along the Chambers-Tallapoosa line just south of the Randolph County line. Certainly, some of these storms could make it into the Woodland area, but you'll see that they're very small. We're hoping that once these storms work up into the rain-cooled areas of central and northern Randolph, they'll fall apart. So that's what the thinking is, and that's what we're hoping for. But again, we cannot rule out the chance of a passing shower up here as we approach the start of tonight's Vern Fest. We're not looking at organized severe weather. We're a small amount of lightning taking place in some of these storms, so we're not anticipating any problems with that as well. I mean, if they have to hold the show for a bit and folks have to go back to their vehicles because there's lightning in the area, that's okay. You'll be safe in your automobile. We're not talking about tornadic type weather. We're not talking about damaging winds or anything like that. Worst case scenario, you have to go back to your automobile for a few minutes and let the storm pass, and then they pick the show back up. Or it could be delayed just a little bit. That's a possibility, but it's not looking likely. It looks like we may actually get this thing underway in time and on time this afternoon up here in Woodland. So again, thanks to all you folks who are watching us here this afternoon. K&L Car Charms. Hello, Miss Casey. Nice to have you in here with us. If you folks don't know about Miss Casey, you can check her out on Facebook. She's got K&L Car Charms, those car freshies that we give away here on Dr. Don's Weather. And to win one of those, all you have to do is go to Jamie Duca's website and click on that link on the top of every one of our primetime video forecast that we do every single morning. There's a link there. You click on it. You get that cost-free, no-obligation insurance quote. And then if we draw your name, you win a car freshie from K&L Car Charms. You pick up the Dr. Don Weather app, and then you become eligible to win other great prizes as well. The last month or so, we've been giving away Vern Fest tickets, and we'll see what Jamie comes up with next on our drawings, I guarantee you it'll be something nice. So get your name in the hat by getting that cost-free, no-obligation insurance quote. Kellyanne Schubert Kepner is watching us in Roanoke this afternoon. Paula Holmes is watching us down in Valley, Alabama. And y'all have had a couple of showers roaming around down there, but it's like Dana was explaining earlier. These storms in this atmosphere are pulsating storms. In other words, they grow big and ugly really fast, and then they blow themselves out. So almost as fast as they get really strong, they start to fall apart. And that's what we saw down here in the Casita, Lynette Valley area about 30 or 45 minutes ago. At the beginning of this loop at about 4:15, we had a pretty good-sized thunderstorm down there. And then it just fell apart. We're seeing the same thing happen with this stuff right here around just north of Camp Hill. Right there along the Chambers County, Tallapoosa County line. It's falling apart. We've got a storm blowing up now. Just to the southwest of Abanda, maybe close to Davison, Frog Eye community there. And so we'll see if that one falls apart as well. It probably will. That's what they're doing this afternoon. It'll get strong, and maybe by the time it gets up here around Wadley, it'll start falling apart. And same thing happening over here in Tallapoosa County. Big storm there just south of Hackneyville. We'll see if it holds together. So far, just a few showers there around Alexander City and back off to the west of Kellyton this afternoon. And we've got a special weather statement, I think, or is this, let's see what this is. This is for Cleburne County. That's going to be up there along the I-20 corridor. Actually, it's not. It's going to be for the Rome area in Georgia, and that's going to be for this storm that's just moving across the Piedmont area into the Rome area. They've issued a special weather statement for that storm. Really hadn't had but one severe weather advisory, or alert, I should say, in Alabama this afternoon, and that was a severe thunderstorm warning that was issued for North Alabama a couple of hours ago. That's been it. Everything else has been below severe limits, and we expect it to stay that way for the remainder of the afternoon. Chris is watching us at Morrison's Crossroads. Lois says that she's in Wedowee waiting to go see Little Texas in Woodland at Vern Fest. And, yeah, questions being asked about how we're doing up here. As you all may know, we were supposed to be at Vern Fest tonight, but COVID came a knocking on the door about Wednesday of last week. And as you can tell, I'm doing pretty good, and the rest of the family's doing good too. We're going to be just fine, and I appreciate you folks being concerned and then asking about us in the chat room this evening. So I just wanted to come back and give you a quick update, let you know that things are okay in Woodland right now. You know, there could certainly be a passing shower or two between now and the time the show starts, but we don't see anything that is severe. We don't see anything coming toward Woodland that would prevent you from going and having a good time and watching a great show with Little Texas for the annual Vern Fest. We'll be back around 5:30 Central. Jamie will rejoin us around 5:30, and I'll be able to show you some live shots of what things look like up there in Woodland. So we hope that you will watch your Facebook feed. And those of you who are going to the show, I know you're getting excited. And if you're looking for something to do tonight, they've still got plenty of tickets available. You can get them at the gate. So head on up to Woodland. It's at the football stadium there at Warren Sewell Field, right off of 48. Easy to find. If you're not familiar with the area, gosh, anybody can tell you how to get to the football stadium in Woodland. And go up there and have a good time. Enjoy a great Saturday night in northeast Randolph County. And enjoy Little Texas, who had several hits back in the 90s. And they're going to perform all those for you tonight up at the Vern Fest. I'll see you back in here again in about 20 minutes with another update on Dr. Don's weather.